This episode is brought to you by Atlassian. Atlassian makes the team collaboration software that powers enterprise businesses around the world, including over 80% of the Fortune 500. With Atlassian's AI-powered software like Jira, Confluence, and Loom, you'll have more time to do the work that matters. In fact, Atlassian customers experience a 25% reduction in project duration per year. Unleash the potential of your team at Atlassian.com. Atlassian.
This episode is brought to you by Global X. Since 2008, Global X ETFs has been committed to empowering investors with unexplored, intelligent solutions. Global X specializes in exchange-traded funds that offer exposure to the artificial intelligence ecosystem, including themes like data centers, robotics, semiconductors, and cloud computing. To learn more about Global X's entire suite of ETFs, from covered calls, fixed income, emerging markets, and more, visit globalxetfs.com.
This is Optimal Work Daily on Systems for Continuous Business Improvement by Michael Mehlberg of michaelmehlberg.com. I remember the pain of losing my first sale. I'd spent nearly $1,500 on flights and hotels, taken 2 days out for travel, and spent another 2 days preparing for what I thought was going to be a slam dunk meeting. As it turns out, if you want to slam dunk, you need to clear a path to the basket before you jump. The funny thing was, my meeting went exceptionally well. I had my talking points, I answered all their questions, I was friendly, funny, and otherwise firing on all cylinders. But in sales, that's not always enough. Your competition can be just as funny and friendly, if not more. They can answer all of your customers' questions, making all their points, and be firing on all cylinders too, only to knock you out of business with a better product, a more aggressive price, a longer history with your customer, more local support, or whatever. I needed a system. The thing is, even though I was crushing it, I didn't have a system in place for breaking down my customers' barriers and extracting every objection they might have. I thought doing my best was enough when, in fact, I needed to do my best and anticipate every nuanced question or comment my customer might make behind closed doors after I left. A few short months after my presentation, I bumped into this customer at a conference. They had gone silent, never returning my calls, never asking to meet again. Through our short conversation, it slipped that they had bought our competitor's product. I'm certain they could see the shock and disappointment in my face. They mumbled a few parting words, about-faced, and left for good. I usually get mad about these kinds of things. I tend to feel misled, untrusted, and don't understand why. But until recently, I didn't do anything permanent about it. Just this month, with a few years of learning and a few more lost sales under my belt, I was reading Ray Dalio's new book, Principles. If you don't know who Ray Dalio is, it's not important to the point of this story. Just know that he is a superhuman billionaire investor who has spent a lifetime improving his profession by systematizing everything in his life and work. For example, not only did he encode everything he learned about economics into computer algorithms that could make investment decisions for him, but he coded everything he knew about good management practices in algorithms that could help his management team make good decisions at work. This type of thinking changed me. Ingredients for continuously improving business. I no longer get angry about losing a sale. Instead, Ray's book reminds me that my system for selling is simply unfinished, missing one or more critical ingredients. So I created a sales system of my own, a recipe of sorts. Now, when I learn from a win or a loss, I add those lessons or ingredients to my recipe. My sales system grows stronger, my sales grow bigger, and I have to think less, all because of Ray's book. I don't usually buy hardcover books, especially a 592-page behemoth like Principles, but this is one I'm glad to have on my bookshelf. This is a book that is positively affecting my business and my life. I'm nowhere near finished with it yet, but I'm already eager to go back and read my highlights, and I've made many highlights. Like the study he did on Steve Jobs, Jack Dorsey, Bill Gates, and other extremely successful entrepreneurs who have shaped entire industries and the world, the lessons he took from studying those individuals, though they're condensed to just a few paragraphs, are worth the price of the book alone. Anyway, I could go on and on about this book, but for your sake, I won't. Just buy it, read it, and take these lessons in for yourself. Take your lessons, build your systems. Even if you don't buy Principles, or if you can't get to reading it right away, here's one lesson you shouldn't ignore. For all the things that make your business, build a system. For all the things that make you, build a system. My system for sales is a simple list of bullet points in Evernote. That's it. a dozen or so reminders to never make the same mistakes twice. These reminders all but guarantee that I will perform my best in the future. And should I lose another sale, the lessons I learned from that loss will go right into my system to improve it and me for every sale in the future. I've now built systems for my sales process, my life and business goals, my yearly accomplishments, and a breakdown of my monthly, weekly, and daily activities to make sure that I am as absolutely productive, balanced, relaxed, and happy as I can be. So for you, today, if you only do one thing, do this. Take one task that you perform over and over and turn it into a system that will make your life and work easier. Whether you write it down on paper with a fountain pen, the only way to write, or hire a programmer to turn it into an algorithm, capture your system and let it make decisions for you. Build a system that you can use now and forever. It will give you back some time in your day and make you all the more productive and successful. You just listened to the post titled On Systems for Continuous Business Improvement by Michael Mehlberg of michaelmehlberg.com.
What if you could hear your favorite song for the first time again? Introducing the all-new reimagined Nissan Kicks with an available Bose Personal Plus sound system that uses speakers in the headrest to create a 360-degree listening experience. You've never heard anything like this. Reimagine your music and your drive. Experience the all-new reimagined Nissan Kicks for yourself at nissanusa.com today.
Available feature. Bose is a registered trademark of the Bose Corporation.
When it comes to hiring, don't go searching for the one. Just meet your match with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree. Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it filters out incompatible applicants. So when you're hiring, the process is much faster and you only have to consider applicants that are already likely to be a great fit. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/startup. So just go to Indeed.com/startup right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/startup. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. And thank you to Michael. He is a family man, an entrepreneur, business professional, fitness nut, organization freak, productivity junkie, and the author of Home Early, which is a book about destroying distraction, becoming powerfully productive, and finishing work before dinner. You can get the first chapter of his book for free with a bunch of worksheets to go along with it right on his site, michaelmehlberg.com. And I'll spell his last name for you too. It's MEHLBERG.com. And he also has a Home Early 2021 planner that's worth checking out. So come by his site for all of that. I have it linked in this episode's description. But I think that will do it for today. Have a very happy Thursday, and thanks as always for being a subscriber. I'm going to see you right back here tomorrow for the Friday show. That's where your optimal life awaits.